Hello, Scorpio. Welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for June. Welcome in, Scorpio. And so, energies for June, I just feel like you are in a spiral of a lot of emotional ups and downs. I think you're feeling all of your feelings. I think you're reluctant when it comes to building any kind of foundations within relationships. I think there's a very delicate situation here that needs a balancing out of some karma. And I think there's like a higher power coming in. There's a higher power kind of taking over here. Something connected to the 12th house. So I don't know what your 12th house placement is, Scorpio, but let's talk about this. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already, Scorpio. Keep in mind, this message is for any major Scorpio placements. If you're drawn to the message because of the title, then there's something in here for you. Also, keep in mind, this can be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node placement. So if the message doesn't resonate, check your other signs and placements. But I felt this completely unsettling feeling. And so there's some type of a strenuous situation here between you and another. And I think you got to give yourself a chance to recover. I don't know what that means, but I feel like a process of recovery. It could be soul recovery, especially since I was shown something connected to the 12th house. And so the 12th house is the house of karma. It's the house that knows no bounds. It's the house of spirituality. It's the house where we bury the past. And so you might be receiving spiritual messages from a higher power. But whatever is going on, something here has been really rocky, I feel, when it comes to a certain relationship that you are questioning. And I think you just want mutual respect. Or something of the sort. And so there's like a major reconsideration. There's a need to break free from an old mindset connected to relationships as well. And that's what I got through in meditation. And so we're going to go a little bit further here and we're going to dig in with the cards. And so let's get into it, Scorpio. Let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot and the oracle cards for my Scorpio collective. I am going to jump in and I am going to be using the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck to start. We're going to get a few messages from this deck. We're going to see what else needs to come through for you, Scorpio. But there is some type of relationship here, some type of rocky relationship here that definitely needs to be addressed when it comes to a strenuous situation that I think has really affected you when it comes to your emotions and your feelings. And so there's a connection here that is anything but common. I don't want to throw out the twin flame energy just yet, but I do feel there's something going on here where you need to lower some type of block on the heart, whether it's an energy block or an actual block. But there's a very unsettling feeling here that I think is making you very uncomfortable. So let's get into it. And let's see what else needs to come through for you, Scorpio. First house, arrival. So there could be a spontaneous awakening going on here, especially since I was guided to talk about the 12th house. The first house is the arrival. And so if you think about the 12th house, the first house is the top of the sun when you were born, and then the bottom. And so going from the bottom to the top, I feel there's some type of completion going on here when it comes to a cycle. And we do have like a Knight of Cups energy coming through here. We have a Knight of Cups energy. There might need to be an apology brought forward, whether you're, I feel like Taurus, you could be dealing with a Taurus. I always feel Taurus with this energy for some reason. Maybe you are a Taurus rising or a Scorpio rising. Oh, we get the 8th house, which is naturally ruled by your sign, Scorpio. So there is an apology needing to come forward connected to an ending. I feel the 6 of Cups energy here. There's a lot of nostalgia connected to this relationship that I feel has caused you a lot of inner turmoil. Definitely could be dealing with a twin soul, a beloved, a twin flame, and so Venus energy. There is a completion of a cycle. The world is saying there's something here that needs to reach completion, and I think you've thought about this for a really long time. Somebody here has really thought about an apology, an offer. We got a 4 of Wands energy coming through, and we've got the Devil energy coming through. We get the retrograde card. We get the review, which is a review of anything unhealthy, anything toxic. And so with Pluto retrograde, I don't know what house Pluto retrograde will be transiting your birth chart, but you might want to have a look at that. Because there's something going on connected to a relationship, connected to a family foundation, whether this is a current foundation or a past foundation. And I could definitely be speaking to a Scorpio North node going through an activation when it comes to progressing on the journey. And so I do think you are receiving all kinds of powerful spiritual messages from a higher power. And the higher power is saying it's time to get moving. It's time to get moving. It's time to arrive at your most authentic self. And so I do think it's time to allow the past to die away, to transform. There could be something about shared resources here coming through as well, Scorpio. But there is a need to break free. There's a need to break free. So we're going to get into it with the tarot, and we're going to get a few other messages. 555, I noticed on the timer. So I think June is bringing in a lot of unexpected changes, a lot of unexpected movement. So expect some powerful changes. So if you've been thinking about something and you've not been taking action, it's time to take some action. It's time to stop overthinking. But I do think there is definitely a very strong sensational connection here. Where there's been some type of diffraction or separation. We get the High Priestess straight out the gate. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. You could have strong Pisces in your chart. The High Priestess just knows. So there is a mystic healer here. We get the Five of Wands in reversed. We get the Eight of Swords in reverse. So breaking free. Somebody's bubble here is about to get burst. You could be closing out an 8-year cycle with a beloved. Venus energy. There is a very strong, powerful, divine feminine coming through. There you are, Scorpio. You could be a Mars in Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but there is a lot of regret here. There's a lot of shame. We got 2 of the 5s out, and we get a shift in perspective. And so the Hanged Man comes in to break somebody free, I feel, from martyrdom. There is an old mindset here. Somebody here has been playing the victim. I think somebody here has been whining and crying over spilt milk. We get the 10 of coins in reversed. We get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth with the Ace of Swords. And then we close it off with the Sun reversed. So Leo could be dealing with the Leo, could have prominent Leo in your chart. I do see Virgo here, strong Virgo. And on the bottom of the deck, we get Cancer energy. So you could have prominent Cancer, could be dealing with the Cancer. We get double the Cancer, double the fun, and we get movement. There is movement here. Spirit's saying, get yourself unblocked. Feel all of your feelings. Feel all of your feelings connected to a missed opportunity. Somebody here needs to get honest and raw about third party. Guilt, shame, regret, wasted emotions. Although they serve a purpose to overcome and learn lessons, somebody here has a lot of guilt and shame connected to not investing in something here, maybe with a twin flame, maybe with a beloved. And I do feel there is like healing from an old belief system connected to a family legacy. And so that's interesting that the 12th house came through, because I think whatever lesson is being presented for you connected to your 12th house, Scorpio, that is where you will leave the legacy for future generations. So look at the 12th house. And maybe you are a 12th house Cancer. I'm not sure, but there's very strong Cancer energy here. And so I think you're in the mysteries of the darkness here. And I think maybe these past memories aren't really pleasant. Maybe there's some past moments that don't feel good. But it kind of feels like you've recently had the wind knocked out of you. And so we get the 3 of Wands in reverse. We get the 9 of Wands in reverse. So we do have a wounded healer here that is coming into conscious awareness with a 6 of Wands in reverse about a situation where they lost out on something big time. And so losing out on something big time when it comes to the ultimate abundance, because somebody here was materialistic and greedy, and they didn't care about love. They cared about money. All they cared about was the bottom dollar and money. And now somebody here, I think, is brokenhearted over what they no longer have. And so somebody here might be just going into the dark night of the soul. That's that completely unsettling feeling. And so I think somebody here hesitated to completely open up, and they filled voids with material things. And things never fill a void when it comes to love, when it comes to people. And I think Pandora's box is being opened and there is some type of rebalancing going on here, Scorpio. So let's take a look at the Knight of Coins in reverse. Let's take a look at what was not invested in. And so this might be a lost opportunity. I'm not sure. The Six of Cups just fell right on the Four of Cups in the Chariot. And so I don't think it is a missed opportunity. Because when we add the 4 with the 6, we do have a 10 of Cups here. So I don't know that it's a missed opportunity. Let's clarify this. We get the 5 of Swords. We get the 9 of Swords. We get the 4 of Wands in reverse. And so I think somebody is feeling currently at the moment that it's a missed opportunity. I think somebody feels like there's no chance. This person is never going to forgive me. I think somebody is bottoming out. This feels like a divinely guided coming to Jesus moment, and spirit is taken over. There is a higher power taken over here. Somebody here is really struggling with a toxic mindset. I do think somebody here is really struggling to drop into the heart because all they want to do is win at all costs. I think somebody here is being haunted by their past mistakes, their past actions, and I don't think it is a missed opportunity. I think there is an opportunity to heal this. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think this is what you've wished for. This is what you've prayed for. Somebody here has prayed for healing when it comes to a situation, but it's going to require some honest, truthful communication, and it might be hurtful to hear. It might be painful to hear, but it's going to set somebody free when it comes to some blocks. And so somebody here is being asked to ground in some spiritual truth. And there is an opportunity here, a big golden opportunity to heal wish fulfillment. But somebody here has to go back and apologize. Maybe they had a lot of options in the past, but I think somebody here is definitely being haunted by the past. A lot of past memories, a lot of past nostalgia. I think somebody feels like they're never going to recover from this, but it's going to take a lot of willpower and determination to feel all of your feels, to go into all of these deep-seated emotions, because I think somebody here might have projected all of their fears onto a relationship and they might have squandered an opportunity, but nothing is ever wasted if the lesson is learned, if perspective is gained. And so I think somebody here is gaining a new perspective about a twin soul connection where maybe there is two people in separation. What is the new perspective being gained? Let's ask that. What is the new perspective being gained? Well, we get the Palace of Cups in reversed. We get the Moon upright. And we get the Ace of Cups reversed. Love is never in vain, I think, is the new perspective. Love is really not lost. And so if somebody here has the ability to open up their heart and to dive deep into this emotional exploration and maybe make some past amends for some third-party interference, there might be an ability to rebuild a foundation within this relationship. But I think it's going to require action. It's going to require a confession. It might require a coming to Jesus moment. But I think there is still victory here to be had. But I think it's going to take a lot of heart energy. It's going to take a lot of heart expansion. And you're going to have to ride the ride here, because there is a connection here where it is anything but common. And I do feel we've got a masculine here that wants to bring balance into a situation that they weren't willing to invest in. So let's clarify the Sun reversed, because somebody here might just be going into the mysteries about thinking about the past. So I think somebody here is recognizing their wicked ways is what I want to say. I think somebody here in the past thought they had a lot of options. I think somebody here in the past might have been, you know, a Mr. Rico Suave and only wanted to invest in passion and fun. They weren't really looking for love. They were looking for options. They weren't ready to settle down and invest in anything. And I think somebody here is definitely feeling all of their feels when it comes to a missed opportunity. And they know they got to go back and face somebody that I think they hurt, they betrayed, that isn't going to hear you out if you don't come with the truth. And so I think get ready for unexpected communication, because somebody now is like, I see your worth, I see your value. And so we got the opposite of Scorpio. We get Taurus. We have a divine feminine here. We do have a beloved. It looks like we have a twin soul connection. And I think somebody is going to have to go back to somebody that is their ex, There's unexpected communication. And I also feel there could be a divine feminine coming into an unexpected windfall, unexpected abundance. And that might be the karma, because all somebody cared about was money. And I think that's going to open up a whole new can of worms. And that's going to be karmic justice, I feel. So there's karmic justice playing out here. So is there an opportunity to fix this? Is there an opportunity to fix this? Yes, there is. There is an opportunity for success, whatever that might mean for you. There is an opportunity to fix this. But it's going to all have to be laid out on the table, is what it seems like. And so I do feel there is an opportunity for a Four of Wands here. But it's going to take truth. It's going to take action. It's going to take a confession. It's going to take laying it all out on the table. And so I think the pivot point is here. June is the crossroads where you get to choose which path to take. You can choose to go back and repeat history, repeat the past, or you can choose to confess and walk through the doorway of a new experience. The choice is yours. So let's get into it with a closing message with the crystal stone deck. What else does Scorpio need to be aware of when it comes to the month of June? These energies, I think it doesn't feel simple, but I do think an opportunity to smooth something out here. So what's the closing message for Scorpio? Oh, what's the closing message for Scorpio? Energize your world, ascend your rightful throne, and feel all of your feels. We get opal, we get lapis lazuli, and we get copper. And so I think you're going through a power up. I feel there is a connection here where at first glance it felt like surface level, but it really has opened you both up to the blood of Christ, is what I want to say. There is a highly spiritual, psychological connection here that I feel it might have the ability to come together in the physical. But somebody has to face their karma. Somebody has to drag their ass out of this hole that they've dug, and they're going to have to face the day. They're going to have to hold their head up high, and they're going to have to apologize, and they're going to have to face their karma. I also feel there could be a Scorpio here that is being completely drained by a soul-sucking Capricorn, and that's a whole other story. I feel that's a whole other story. And so you could be dealing with a Leo, but there is definitely a past life connection that I feel you are totally convinced this was your person in a past life. And maybe the two of you are here to come together to create the golden age of Aquarius. But I feel a connection all the way back to ancient Egypt. And so there's some shadow work being done here when it comes to your thoughts. Your thoughts are not always your friend. And so somebody I feel needs to come in on bended knee and ask for forgiveness, and that's not always an easy thing to do. And so the energy really is conducive of maybe bringing something back to life, but it's an energy for sure of whatever is being triggered that's going to keep intensifying until somebody clears up the channels of communication here. So it's time to pack up an old idea of self. It's time to ship out of anything that isn't working. It's time to move on to this renewed energy for good, especially if you want a relationship that will consist of mutual respect. And so I think get ready for a new realignment. It's time to go back. Something is coming back. It's coming back. And I don't know what that means to you, but that's what I'm feeling. Something is coming back. And that's what I got for you. So I hope this helps, Scorpio. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out the description box below. Also, if you would like to become a channel member, I would love to have you join me over on the membership side of the channel. There will be a link below in the description box or a video card link above. We talk about all kinds of stuff over on the membership side. Every Thursday, I go live at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a place of growth, and get access to all of those bonus perks if you head on over there. So have a wonderful month, Scorpio, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.